Some guys don't just make tackles, they make a statement every time they step on the field. Donovan Spellman's one of those guys. A fierce linebacker with experience from App State and Charlotte. He's bringing physicality and leadership to the UNLV's defense. We're glad to have Donovan with us on the Scarlet Standard today. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate you for having me.
So let's dive in a little bit. Let's talk about, a little bit about your past. Tell me about your path back to UNLV. What made you decide to come here after your time at App State and Charlotte?
See, I had some ups and downs in, college football, and I don't look at it as bad things. I look at them as good things because my opportunities was, right in front of me sometimes, and sometimes I got, the political side of college football. But I'm happy that, that UNLV seen the good side of really what's going on with me, and it's always a good side with me. That's always it was never a problem with my attitude or anything like that. I just felt like it was just giving chances and things like that, letting me free, let me play ball. And I'm excited to show Rebel fans. I'm excited to show Rebel fans that we haven't lost anything. I'm excited to show Rebel fans who I am. I'm excited to show Las Vegas who we are as UNLV Rebels. And yeah,
What stood out in your decision to come to UNLV? Obviously, you kind of entered the portal a little, kind of the winter period.
yeah.
So what kind of led to that kind of flip and led to UNLV?
Really, I knew I wanted to come to UNLV. That's the main thing. That was the main thing. I'm not even gonna lie. I knew I wanted to be a Rebel. I knew I wanted to come to UNLV. That's why when I got in, I didn't go anywhere else except here, and I knew it. Right after I came here, I committed.
So I was going to ask you a little bit about your portal experience, but you kind of knew,
you
knew exactly where you wanted to be. What drew you to make that decision? Was it the success that the team has had the last couple of years? Was it Mullen?
It was most definitely the coaching staff, most definitely, and I'm a hard, and like I said, going through what I went through with colleges, and it definitely wasn't planned going through what I went through, but it was definitely this coaching staff with Coach Bruce and Coach Mullen. Got on the phone with Coach Mullen. I got on FaceTime with him, but he was at his son's basketball game, but it still felt like he was around, and everything me and him and my mom talked about, my family talked about. It really stood for me, and Coach Bruce. That's my guy. That's my guy. I could talk to Coach Bruce and with about anything, anything.
I guess that kind of leads into my next question, because you kind of mentioned it. If you feel really comfortable right off the bat, where you can talk to your coaches about anything, what kind of stands out most about UNLV's culture compared to where you were before? Especially with the new guys, the new coaches coming in trying to build something, right? Is he trying to what is the difference of what's trying to be built and what's been there?
Yeah, that's a really good question. See, I don't like comparing. I don't want to compare the colleges. You know what I'm saying? What Charlotte has going on, their building. That was definitely a different situation for me. Even what App State has going on, their building. Them two, football teams go head to head at Duke Mayo and Charlotte, North Carolina, the first game, and that's going to be an exciting game for the NCAA. But really, the culture here at UNLV it's already stamped. You know what I mean? Every day we put in pain together. My main thing every day, what I tell my freshmen that sit beside me, freshmen around me, anytime I get to talk to freshmen, that, man, if you don't sit around this locker room and sit around this facility, you're going to end up growing in it. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that they put in pain the way that, the older guys put in pain. I mean, some days you're going to have your days that you're not woke, and days that you're not yourself, but the strength and conditioning staff will pull it out of you. Even if it's a talk, even if it's he's stopping it, making us restart, making us run, it doesn't matter. It's paint, you know what I mean? And Coach Marr, Coach Bach, Coach Fida, Coach Nelson, Coach Shaw, all them guys, and the interns as well, they push us to be, better. They see one little tweak in anything, how the way we run, how the way we live, they're going to tell us to stop or put more weight on so we can get stronger, so we can get better. And just the main thing is the lane part about it is, we getting strong. We'll get strong in this little tweaks in our body, so we gotta, be healthy.
You get sore in spots you haven't been sore.
I've never been sore spots before because, you're doing new workouts with a new coaching staff and other things like that. And you're putting in a lot of work. You're straining every day. You know what I'm saying? It's hot out. It's hot out here in Vegas. I'm from North Carolina, but it's humid out in North Carolina, but it's hot. It's dry hot.
This Vegas heat is different.
Yeah,
and if you don't get used to it, you don't get used to it.
And I definitely got used to it. I definitely got used to it within a week. But yeah, the culture here, the standard, our quarterbacks, Alex Orgy, and the freshmen as well. You know what I'm saying? They dial it in us every time. No matter if we're disobedient, no matter if we are obedient. After every time we line up on the board, we talk.
You brought up some of the some guys that are newer but are leaders as well. What's it been like, playing with a guy like Marcel, who's been here? Marcel McDuffie. He's been at UNLV through this is his third coaching staff.
Yeah.
So like he's seen it all a little bit. So like, what's it been like working with him?
Yeah, so and that's I'm happy you really like asked me that, because getting to know the guys, you know what I'm saying, and being new, I literally, me and Marcel just started kicking it like 2 weeks ago. Like knowing him, he's really down to earth. Like he goes in there, he gets it in. He's an older guy. He gets it in, he gets it out. You know what I'm saying? He gets in, put in pain, and he brings it out. You know what I'm saying? I get to work out with him like every day now because he's in the combo group. I see him get better. I see him, straining, and I see him working to be 100%. You know what I mean? And that's the guys that UNLV has this year, and the guys that they brought in just to let everybody know. Yeah, like we didn't lose anybody. And that's one of the guys that's going to come back, and he's going to put in everything on his defense because, he's been a Rebel since, he's one of the older guys. And we got a lot of older guys that know the Rebel.
He was a COVID recruit. Yeah. That was like 2020, 2021.
Crazy, yeah.
And that was, so he brought up, he learned a lot from Jackson Woodard and the guys that were here last year. Obviously, when you have, and he said that really helped him a ton. So getting to pick his brain, and then being, like you said, being able to teach those young guys, those freshmen, they're going to cherish that forever.
Yeah.
I guess you kind of answered my question, but I was going to say, what kind of vibe in the locker room with the guys has kind of caught you by surprise so far?
And that's another thing I was going to say. Like I said, coming in here in June and getting to know the guys, it's crazy because I was just with my position group, Chief Border, Kenji, Andre Porter, Armand. I was just with our position group, the outside linebacker group. And I was like, it's crazy because I feel like I knew you guys for a long time, and I just got here. And it's because
Jaheim said the same thing. He was like, when I got here, because he enrolled, I think he was an early enrollee in wintertime, if I remember correctly. And he said that he was like, we have so many new guys, but if you went and saw us in a room together, it would you wouldn't know that we've only known each other for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And I really think it's just because of, the things we go through and the things like we go through every day within the strength and conditioning, what we do, because we go through it together. You know what I mean? And our coaches get us right. Our coaches make us strain together. And without togetherness, I don't think we could be able to do it. And what Coach Marr and what Coach Bach and all the other guys, the other coaches, you know what I'm saying? They always tell us we're not normal.
Great things too. Like you have a lot of guys that've been there, and they're very hungry because they haven't, they haven't broken through yet. Like they gotten to the Mount West Championship 2 years in a row.
Right.
They haven't broken through. You have so many guys like, like kind of like you mentioned, Cam Friel and like Dayton who stayed, and and a bunch, and Chet Thomas who stayed, and Marcel, like I'm sure there's more in that locker room that stayed, but like you have those guys that like all they want is to get through that hump, get that championship, and when you have those guys that like you yourself who's coming in with the same mindset and the same mentality, that turns into a very dangerous locker room very quickly. Because when you have 11 guys with the same goal, that goal is to win that prep, win that down, and tackle somebody. You're gonna do damage in games, and you're gonna win a lot of games doing that.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So you bring serious pass rush skills. I've watched your tape. You have a lot of skill. What do you think is the key to getting to the quarterback?
That's a good question, because just learning from Max Crosby and hearing what he has to say what he had to say about pass rush as well as Von Miller. I say the main thing getting to the quarterback is your angle. And what I mean by that is, like it's a landmark rush. So it's gonna be you and the offensive tackle going against each other, and it's up to you to know if it's gonna be a run or a pass. And every time you get off the ball, you have to set a base before you get off. Before you even convert into a pass. So it's all about your get off. Number one, it's all about your get off. That's one. Your get off has to make everything look the same. And just mentioned today, I'm in rehab and I see the guys working out. And Osa, he's a defensive end. He's going to have a really good season this year as well. And we have another guy, Mo. He just came in from a JUCO. He's a defensive tackle. Those I seen him working out, and it was just little technique that I seen him just do, and it looked like he stepped and he jabbed across the man instead of half a man. And I just ran out there and told him that if you step across the man, the offensive tackle has enough time to punch you. You know what I mean? So I feel like the number one thing is get off and landmark rush. You can't, even if the offensive tackle beats you to the spot, you still have, it's martial arts as well. But that's the main thing, get off.
What would you say the part of your game that you're most focused on improving going into this year?
That I'm a first down and second down player as well. If I have the year that I could have, it could be a draft year, it could be an NFL year for me. I know I can have it. I'm glad that UNLV gave me the opportunity to show that I could work.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned playing linebacker at the college level?
Technique and disobedience. With knowing the game, film, you damn sure can't. Well, excuse my language. You just can't. You can't go in no dang game without knowing your opponent. I never heard nobody that can do that. You know what I'm saying? So film, disobedience, and technique. You could be the most talented, but the most disobedient gonna win the game. Person, player, doesn't matter.
How has the chemistry been forming so far with the guys? Obviously, you said it's starting to be tight knit in your own room, but how's it forming with the defense and whole?
The defense as a whole is forming really good. The defense that we're learning and things like that came quick. We got to grasp everything. Like it's becoming a really good thing that we're seeing. With Coach PG, he's doing a lot. The defense coordinator, Coach Gunther, he's doing a lot for us, getting us right. And he's a part of the reason why we're such a tight-knit group as a defense as well. We still got a lot of work to become stronger and for it to become first knowledge, but it's going to become a really good thing, a really great thing.
Are there any young guys that have really impressed you yet?
Yeah. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it yet. I don't want to say it, but yeah. Heck yeah.
I'll leave it at that. What do you think makes this defense different or special
than last year?
Just in general, if you're trying to have like a special year on defense, what do you think makes this year
the cause of hell we want to put onto the running game and the QB? We're gonna stop the run every time. We're gonna stop the run every time, and that's not really different, but it's all about stopping the run. If your defense is not about stopping the run first, the offense gonna win over. Even if they got great wide receivers, great quarterback, if you can't punish them guys, we're 100% gonna stop the run. And when it's time to pass rush, we're gonna get to the QB every time. You know what I mean? Even if he got to throw the ball and we there making them feel it. But the difference between our defense and I feel like everybody in the nation defense is we're gonna kill your ass every time, every snap. You feel what I'm saying? And really ain't gonna be nothing you can do about it.
You're really chomping at the bit to get to week 0. Huh?
Oh yeah. Once we heard about it and stuff like that, it was new for us as well. You know what I'm saying? So once we heard about it, it just made us campus right there, right there. You know what I'm saying? And then once camp here, we got a game in literally 3 weeks. So it's already a session. Once we came back from that little break, it was already lock in time. My coaches texted me during the break, told me that it's time to lock in. Even if you knew, even if you're not, been having the defense in, so it's time. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of, obviously, I'm sure you look at one game at a time, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's that early season matchup against UCLA pops out.
Yeah,
that's going to be an exciting one for you.
That's the more I'm excited about every game on the schedule. But that's the more. That's the more for sure.
That in Boise State, I would assume.
Yeah, for sure. I don't really know about really the quarterback like that, but I heard about the quarterback, and I ain't talking about the quarterback or talk about it today right now. But yeah, that's the one. That's the one for sure. Every game is going. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna take it day by day, game by game, every week. But yeah,
Those
yeah, especially for this season. But yeah, that was number one for me. UCLA. That's a lot of money on the floor. That's a lot of take to show everybody in the nation what we can do. Because I mean, at the end of the day, before the season start, it's a lot of political things going on with teams, rankings, everything. But that doesn't even matter. But yeah, UCLA number one, and then after that, everybody's focused on the championship.
people, if you want to, I can mention it if you want me to. If you want to be political, I haven't seen an outlet yet that picked you guys to win the Mountain West.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen all that. We seen all
It's
that.
all fuel. It's all fuel.
Yeah, it's gonna be everything. All conference gonna be filled with us, but we just gonna let our work show. We ain't gonna say anything. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna say too much. Just keep working, because it's a lot of things that teams got to fix, but they don't talk about. But in order for us to, know that we are the team, and people already know that we are the team, and we just gonna, know ourselves, that we gonna just work every day, get stronger every day.
As a guy who's been through multiple programs, what kind of leadership role do you see yourself having here?
Well, we have a lot of leaders on the team, and one thing we say is, it's no such thing as leading by example. And if you think about it, that is real, because at the end of the day, everybody can be a leader on the team. Everybody has a role. So one thing I see myself being a leader by, and just helping the team out, and just, being there for my teammates any day of the day, like any day, any time of the day, putting the same pain that they put in there, coming there every day to work.
What's it going to be like for you when you take the field at Allegiant Stadium for the first time?
You said what? Say it again. I'm sorry.
What's it going to be like for you? Like, what's going to be going through your mind when you take the field at Allegiant for the first time?
Oh, that's the first time I heard that question. Yo, just being with, two different programs, this is gonna be my biggest year. Yet. Talking to a lot of analysts and talking to a lot of people, this really will be my biggest year yet. And just being able to, go into the stadium and being there, with God and my teammates and fans, my other opponents, that's gonna be a really great blessing for me. I'm gonna soak it all in. And, I'm gonna be with y'all, be with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be, I don't even know. I'm gonna soak it all in, and I'm gonna give it. Like, I'm gonna give everything. You know what I mean?
Especially because you know how beautiful Allegiant is.
It's fire.
Stadium. That's just the end goal that people want, is to be able to walk through the locker room doors, out the tunnel, and step foot in an NFL stadium. But you guys are blessed enough to play in that every week or every home game.
Yes, we are. And that's the main thing. You know, any stadium, you know what I'm saying? But that's our home, you know what I mean? Man, the championship, man, the Mountain West Championship, man. We know we damn that we know we're not even close to it, but we got it, man. That's our main thing. Like, that's what we want. That championship.
The great thing about it too is if you guys get to take care of business the way you want to, that championship game's at
Yeah.
you get to have it at Allegiant Stadium. And I remember I went to the Mountain West Championship game when they made it for the first time in 2023.
Yeah.
That place was rocking.
I know it, man. I know it.
I think I've been to a lot of college football games in my life. Maybe, as a fan, I still think the most exciting game I've ever been to as a fan, that the stadium was rocking, it was loud, it was crazy, was the Syracuse game last year.
Yeah.
The UNLV fan. It was, that game was 44-41, I think, was the final. It was crazy. UNLV had chances to close out that game. Jackson he dropped 2 interceptions that could have sealed the game. But it was like, because the game went to overtime. Yeah. But it was, Allegiant probably had 35,000 fans in there, but it was like 70-30. So there was a good number of Syracuse fans in there. So every time they score, it was loud. Every time we score, it was louder than that. And it was the same thing when they played Boise. Boise had the program record 44,000 fans.
Yeah.
And it was still probably the same. It was like 70-30 because those teams want to come, those fans want to come here.
Yeah.
But Boise fans are loud, and the next thing, the UNLV fans are even louder.
Yeah.
And I think the video, so that video the social media team posted today of the fans.
Yeah.
That was the Syracuse.
Okay. That looked rocking. That was rocking, man. I can't wait.
Let's talk some stuff a little bit, off the field stuff. Obviously not situational stuff, just off the field, personal side stuff. What's something about you that people wouldn't guess about you? If you want an example, Jet told me he likes computers.
Did I like to sing? Yeah, I like to sing. My mom, I've been singing since I was 8. But I'm very shy, but I sing all the time. I can hit very good notes. I really want to learn how to play the piano, so I'd be behind the piano. And I really like music. I really like the vibe, chill. You know what I'm saying? I watch film, especially until when they release these left tackles for this first game. I can't wait to watch the film. Vibe and chill, listen to music.
What's would you say you like to jam out in the car and sing carpool karaoke with yourself?
Not necessarily karaoke because the music could be in the ground, but yeah, not the ground. The music could be in the back, but the background. Yeah, but I say, yeah, I love music. Like when I be jamming, I jam all the time. Yeah, I be jamming.
Who's your favorite, or what's your favorite song right now, or what's your go-to song?
My favorite artist is this artist named Lil Durk, but my favorite song right now is "Burning Blues" by Mariah the Scientist. My coach Bruce, he actually loved that. That's like our top song in our group chat right now. So I'd say that's the number one song is "Burning Blues" by Mariah the Scientist.
As you've kind of seen, I've asked a little bit about some food stuff. If you have an embarrassing or go-to DoorDash order, what would it be? Or Uber Eats, whatever.
I like the triple dipper from Chili's. I get the mozzarellas. I get the 2 egg rolls, Southern egg rolls, and I get the 2 slappers. The 2.
Would you say you have a guilty pleasure food? What would you?
I don't think I got it. Well, do you know what cookout is?
Yeah, I had cookout when I went. So I went to Asheville for for a wedding in February, and I had cookout for my first. I had Bojangles first because I had never had Bojangles until then, and then I went to cookout right at the next morning because we landed at 10 o'clock at night. So we went to Bojangles, got late night Bojangles. Then the next day we woke up at 10 because the time change. It was still 7 a.m. in Vegas. We went to cookout for lunch. And I think I ended up eating cookout. We were there for 5 days. I ate cookout probably almost every day.
See, look, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ate cookout for a week too, but one thing I'll probably be embarrassed to say, and I just say it because I'm pretty sure people do it too. I put chili on my cheeseburger.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, but I only do it at cookout. You know what I'm saying? I haven't tried it at In-N-Out. My first time, I only had In-N-Out twice. But In-N-Out is fine. I like In-N-Out. It's nice. It's nice. But I put chili on my cheeseburger, and I feel
I'm definitely the same way. If it's good, if I want something, I've even done that. I've even gotten a wiener schnitzel and gotten a chili cheeseburger because I really wanted one time. So I'm right there with you.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
Have you so since you've only been in Vegas since June, have you found any spots yet you like to hit in Vegas? Either food wise or just hang out wise. What's been your favorite one so far that you found?
I found a craving for noodles. So this spot called Jinky, I think it's called Jinky or something like that. And I found a craving for noodles. And I really do like them because it's like the ramen noodles that you really wanted to cook when you was a little kid or now in the microwave. But it's fire. I'm telling you, I found a craving for noodles and I really like it. And one spot I like to chill at is the facility. I love to chill at the facility. There's so many.
It is so nice.
Yeah, so many things that we can chill there and also eat and also, you feel what I'm saying? Also just massage our bodies with like different things, and you know what I'm saying, and just chill. You want to chill at the facility, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of hours after practice or after a workout. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's probably it. And In-N-Out too. I like In-N-Out, but I only been there twice, so I haven't really like experienced like everything. But I like In-N-Out. In-N-Out is pretty good.
Know what side of town you live on?
Yeah.
But there's a place I used to live over kind of. I don't know if you know Vegas very well yet, but kind of by like where Durango Casino is, like southwest part of town. If you like noodles like that, there's a hand pulled noodle place called Magic Noodle.
Yeah.
That place is really good.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. You said it's called what?
Magic Noodle.
Magic Noodle.
They hand pull the noodles to order. Fresh noodle. It's really good. That's probably, I love Thai food. I love noodles. Like I've had my fair share. That's one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
I like Thai, Thai food wise. There's a couple places I like to go to, but if you're eating Thai food and noodles, you got to go to hole in the wall places. In my opinion, you're gonna get the best flavor and the best, best, just the best tasting. Really, is there a hobby? Well, you mentioned singing, so we'll leave singing off the table too. Is there a hobby or interest that you have that's totally unrelated to football?
If I could jet ski every day, it'd be jet skiing. Yeah, if I could jet ski every day, it'd be jet skiing. Cause I just started jet skiing like last summer, and I've been jet skiing. Ever since my first time, I just been liking jet skiing. So before the season start, I'm gonna go jet skiing, and probably after the game, I'll go jet skiing. Yeah, but yeah, that's probably a hobby too. I like. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more hobbies that I like doing, but overall, I don't like being in public.
I don't blame you. I'm very introverted too.
Yeah, I don't like being in public. I like chilling at the crib. I like listening to music. I like vibing. I like watching film. Like watching football.
Yeah. You ever watch any old games on YouTube or anything?
When I first committed, that's all I was doing. I was going to sleep with the things on. Kansas against us, Syracuse against us. I couldn't really watch the first game. I watched like the second quarter of Syracuse. I want to say, and I knew I fell asleep. Kansas against us, Houston against us, won that game.
That Houston game, the open of the season last year, was a defensive clinic.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie. I hope we get a lot of. I ain't not putting it on the team, but I want a lot of opportunities because that showed the power of our defense. That would, but I seen that Houston game. Yeah, the power. The strength of the schedule last year was really good too.
Yeah, they built out a really strong schedule last year. That's why I always was under the impression that if they would have beat Boise in the Mountain West Championship, they would have gotten the playoffs.
Oh yeah, we would have gotten the playoffs. Yeah, we got a high risk to get in the playoffs to show everybody that we ain't lose nobody as soon as we start the season. So that's a great opportunity. So yeah.
What would be, obviously NIL is big right now, and I'm not going to talk about any of the deals that you have. This is just a hypothetical thing. If you could have any out of the box NIL deal, what would it be?
It'd be with Sour Patch.
Sour Patch.
It'd be with like Beats with Dr. Dre or something. I just want something mad different. I don't want to be with Nike. I love to be with Nike.
Well, if you want to know, so I don't know if you saw a little bit of the Marcel one. Marcel said that he wanted to be in a comic book.
That's different. See, that's what I'm saying. That's different. That's mad different.
I interviewed a basketball player, and he said that he wanted an NIL deal from Call of Duty so he could have his own character.
Oh, that's fire.
Fortnite. So it could be anything. Anything that you're interested in.
Nothing weird, but yeah, like I do Sour Patch have my own gummies. Like, you know how Shaq O'Neal got his own gummies?
Yep.
That would be very, very cool. But I like Sour Patch Kids. Yeah, I love Sour Patch Kids.
What does your playlist look like when you're getting ready for a game?
It's gospel. It's gospel. And then it's Lil Durk. It's gospel music.
I like that. We'll end with these. What do you want Rebel fans to remember most about Donovan Spellman when the season's over?
That I always been here. That I always was the person that they about to see, the player that they about to see this year. All I needed was to be free. And
we'll end with this one. And we'll end with this one. In 2025, UNLV football will be what?
Mount West championship. I mean champions. We'll be champions for sure.
Donovan, thank you for coming on and doing this with me. I really appreciate it. You're going to be a force on the field. You're going to be a great leader off of it. I'm excited to watch you play. That's all I got. And
What?
thank you again for hopping on.